Hello, everyone. I hope you all enjoying Enterprise Connect. My name is Anthony Perez. I am the marketing manager for MiaRec, a customer and workforce engagement company exhibiting here at Enterprise Connect 22. I am joined by our product evangelist, Brian Gocher, who has a couple of decades in the call recording and telecommunication industries. Welcome, Brian.
Thanks, Anthony. Great to be here.
So, if you don't mind, Brian, we'll get right to talking about the state of analytics.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So I think I'm going to start on the big promises of speech analytics. Speech analytics has gone from a promising tech of the future to being embedded in every smartphone. Talk about some of the big promises of speech analytics and how well you think the communications industry has realized or helped realize them.
Yeah, speech analytics has been an enormous marketing push over the past few years, and I think a lot of things in technology move at a certain pace where we overpromise and then we have the time to, catch up and deliver. But lockdowns and other events like that forced us to put these things to the test very quickly, and we saw where we were prepared and where we're not delivering it yet, and where we're definitely seeing a return on investment where it's worked out. I would say is definitely in keyword analysis. Absolutely the broad statistics that we get back, the metadata for call duration, for call volume, traffic times, all that stuff. Those beefing up those applications that show you those analytics has really been a boon to the contact center industry. But where I'm not seeing it really get down to its promises is in the automatic scoring and in the, now we understand the voice of the customer. Now we have all of these sentiment feedback tools that they're not really giving companies the return on investment that they've promised. And I think that's really where we need to see growth.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. And some of it isn't even to do with the technology itself. It's just the way the actual product's being presented to the customer and what they expect from it after it's presented to the customer, kind of just perception versus reality.
Yeah.
Brian, how do we make good on those promises, right? Where should we be concentrating our efforts to make analytics better? Should we put more work into the successful branches of analytics, or do we reassess and refocus our efforts where we're actually failing right now?
I don't think there's that much more to explore with the successful stuff with the metadata. I
Yeah.
absolutely think we need to go round two and round three if we need to make speech analytics yield the automated benefits that we've been promising. Because I think about the honesty of data. You got a company that puts out a survey that says, well, how was your recent experience? Give us some stars. Or would you like to rate this app? Or stay on the line and we'll, all of that stuff is the customer interaction is finished at that point. You're not getting
Right.
a full customer. But when they call you and when they may even be willing to wait on hold to talk to you, you're about to be made aware of some very honest data. They will unleash it on you. It may be positive, it may be negative, but you are getting pure customer data at that moment. And we ought to concentrate all of our efforts on making the software more usable for companies to get them to understand how to customize what they may already have so that they can extract that data.
Okay, Brian, and how do you think we filter for that goal that you mentioned? How do we regroup and attain the advances we know speech analytics can yield?
I think it's twofold. I think we've got to customize the experience very carefully for each company. So that's like an agreement between the speech analytics vendor and the company themselves to take a little bit of time to filter out stuff that company's not looking for and concentrate on getting those analytics to just report back what is most vital. And then the other side of it is we've really got to concentrate on automation. I believe right now our problem is that things are automated. So, for example, when you're scoring a call, the supervisor's still sitting there and just watching prompts go by and maybe answering it. And that doesn't mean they're going to get to more than 2% of their calls. We've got to get it so that the actual platform, the speech analytics platform, is looking through the calls and has what it needs in order to score the call, at least in a coarse sense, so that we can get a much, much bigger data sampling. I think that's probably the first most important thing to filter for the gold.
I mean, the difference for a company or an enterprise that's using speech analytics tool, going from sampling 2% or 3% or whatever the number might be to getting the entire picture and making decisions based off the big picture rather than just a portion of it.
Right.
There's so much value in that.
I totally agree. I think that's really going to be. I think that's what we were promised, and I think now it's time to absolutely deliver that.
All right. So thanks for joining us, Brian. I think this is a good place to stop here. I think the audience has a pretty good idea of where analytics is at the moment and the promise it has for the future. It has some room to grow.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and I hope you enjoy Enterprise Connect 2022.